Hello everyone. We're back down in my brother's utility room today, and just thought I'd come down here and show you some of the updates that have been done to it, as I may have mentioned in the previous video I made back in March. One of the first things you'll notice is here's that pegboard I mentioned, all nice and set up. My brother and I put that up over late summer. Maybe it was in August or so that we did that. And I was finally able to get around to making a video of this, and thanks to that pegboard up there, if you look down here, there's nowhere near as many boxes as there used to be, so it's a lot neater down here, easier to walk around, and much more open space. And excuse me, that hammock is just from outside. We just put it in here for the winter, and as you can see, it got a lot of our stuff up there, so glad that was all easy to take care of. And over here, you may notice there's a new water heater. The reason why we had the water heater replaced was I remember last winter, maybe it was in March or so. I was here and I was using the shower, and it wasn't even that long, and it was running out of hot water. So I was like, what's going on? And I came down here, and the old one was running, but it just couldn't keep up with the demand, I guess. So I was talking to my brother, maybe someday he should consider replacing it, if possible. And then a couple of months later, the old water heater actually rusted along the bottom, and it started leaking. So I guess you had to replace it then. So so much for that. But this new one here is amazing. Never really heard of that brand before, but it does a good job. And I know I was using the shower again this time, and when I stopped taking a shower, I'd say maybe only a few minutes after I finally stepped out of the bathroom, it stopped. So I mean, this thing really keeps the water hot and keeps up with the demand. So it's a much better design, and it works very well. Another addition we have here is over here. We have a water softener installed. This was installed, I believe, in April or so, so it's been here for a while. And if you want, I'll show you the brine tank. Hopefully you can see this okay. I'm not using my regular camera, I'm using a different one because it's at home right now and I didn't bring it with me. So take this lid off. Yeah, you can see the salt in there. So, does a good job. And hold on a second. There we go. Okay. And what the water softener is currently displaying is that 10:10 is the time. It's 10:10 a.m. right now, and or 10:11 as it just changed. And that 464 you see, that's the number of gallons left before the water softener does this regeneration cycle. It's currently set to regenerate at 2 o'clock in the morning if it reaches 0 gallons, because pretty much everyone's asleep by that time, so it's the perfect time for it to do that. And related to the water softener, one thing I kind of showed just a little bit, but never really pointed out was that pipe up there is for the sprinkler line, and this, as you can tell, this part right here actually used to be installed right here. Where this goes into the hot water heater. It's usually installed right here, and the reason why we had to get it redone is because we had the water softener installed, and you don't want softened water going onto your lawn, because for one, it'll use up the gallons very quickly, and it's also not good for plants. So softened water is not good to put on plants. So we have this sprinkler pipe here set up you can't really see it because it's over the finished ceiling, but it's on a section of pipe that goes before the water softener, so that way the grass outside, when it's in season, just gets standard water. So that all works well. I don't think there's really many further updates. Although I do want to show you you see that plastic line that comes from the water softener? That's just the wastewater, if you want to call it that, when it does its regeneration cycle. And kept simple, we just have it going into the same standpipe that the washer goes into. It just goes into that pump there that I've pointed out before, and just gets pumped all out like that. And And these poles are just the stand for the hammock, you know, again, just stored in here for the winter. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. This wasn't going to be a terribly long video, but as you can see, it's a lot neater down here, a lot more floor space, new water heater, the water softener in there, and the new pegboard. And that's pretty much all the updates, guys. And again, as usual, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.